Hey everybody, it's Goji Pup or Pupsy Animations, depending on where you're watching this, and today we're working on the Hammond Memorial Plaza. Right now I'm outlining it so that I can put like a little river inside. Not really a river, it's a lake, but you know what I mean. And in that lake I'm gonna have like a miniature beach, a T-Rex enclosure, and a tour based off of Jurassic Park 1, which I won't be finishing this episode, but in the next one. So there's gonna be that Jurassic World Evolution 3 news in the Frontier Unlocked this Wednesday, so I'll do a full breakdown on that when it comes out. Evolution Park, I plan to have it finished. I plan to upload the final video on this park, hopefully the day before Evolution 3 releases. Like the grand finale to the final park. So right now I'm toying around with like different designs for it. I was thinking like putting Hammond on a rock in the middle of the lake, but that didn't really pan out well. So here's my failures. Yeah, this doesn't really work out well in the end, and I start putting a bunch of dinosaur statues from the Scary Statue mod. I put way too many statues till I realized this is really not that good. Like, in concept, it's good, but, like, practice, not so much. So I plan to have a video, couple, like, reviews for games soon, with Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic and, other FNAF games. Putting out my thoughts on it, but, like, just a rundown, FNAF Secret of the Mimic, I thought it was, like, a great game. Honestly, my favorite Five Nights at Freddy's game in general. I just love the hand controls, and honestly, it should have been there day one. And for this park, I'm going to make sure I'm going to try to upload at least 2 videos a week. So, I'm going to see if I can get a video out on Thursday. I can't really make any promises. But I have a good feeling Thursday will be episode 4. I already have recorded episode 4 and part of episode 5. So currently I'll finish recording episode 5, then I have the last part of then I'll start work on episode 6. It'll be based on the aviaries. So you'll have our first pterosaurs in the park. Way too many statues. And this is when I just kind of gave up on it. So I was trying to fix the water area. That wasn't really working out, so I just removed them all. And honestly, I think the new version of the Memorial Plaza came out way better than the original intended version. Thinking of adding more verticality to the park, like for comparisons with JW3, seeing how like Kai's extended toolbox compares. But right now I'm just doing like the flat areas at the bottom of the park, or top depending on where you are. And I had this area because in Jurassic Park, if they had the parts of the tour that were like backstage to see the dinosaurs, have like the dinosaur babies and stuff, so that's my way of having that in there. It's also a great way to have a permanent hatchery so I can like spam out like a bunch of herbivores when needed. Which I don't use when I needed Gallimimuses, but for future reference it's there. Now I'm having a Jurassic tour, and I'm adding a queue like an actual theme park. Because, I'm thinking of this like realistically, it would have a queue there. Well, the guest will never use it. That's life. Sometimes you build a queue and no one uses it, and, that's just the way it goes. So yeah, I leave most of the decoration for off camera, but now I'm working on the T-Rex enclosure. It's based on Jurassic Park 1. There's only one Jurassic Park. The rest of them have different names. Lost World, Jurassic World, So here is my T-Rex viewing area for the guests, like, in case they weren't able to go into, like, a viewing gallery. And here is where I'm going to put the tour. I'm having a little pit down there, which, I have smoothed out so the T-Rex can get down with the weird walking thing. And obviously I was trying to put down a log, so I wanted to make it like the tree that they got their car stuck in, but I just kind of gave up on that. It wasn't really panning out well. Here is where I'm adding like the Jurassic Park toilet from the movie. I was searching around for it for a while, but I found it. Placed it down with a little bit of a sand path. I put the sand along the entire thing to, make the Jeep tour look a little more like it belongs there. That's the best way to put it. Like, it stands out well. And then I had this, I put this, semi-fence, just to give the illusion that you're, actually, fenced off from the rest of the park in case anything broke out onto the trail. Didn't actually finish it, because, I spared some expense here. And I'm adding paths for the T-Rexes to follow, even though they don't usually follow it. And you got your standard backstage area with our staff area for them to grab the stuff for the dinosaurs and stuff. Notice I'm saying stuff a lot. All my videos are unscripted, if you can't tell already. It's just genuine ramblings in the mind of a deranged lunatic. So I have to, finish adding some trees. I gotta make sure this specific staff area is extremely secure because, there's a T-Rex there. You gotta make sure that the only gate leading to the T-Rex area is secured. I chose Buck and Doe because, like I said, it's for comparison with JW3 when they have them, will they actually have the full sexual dimorphism or not? Tell. I want to include some redwoods in there. And I just put that dirt pathing there so, when I added trees, they wouldn't obstruct it, which worked out pretty well. I then put down some, trees manually to, add a bit of depth, I guess, to make it all make sense. I don't know if it would make more sense if the tree was there or not, but we're just gonna go with it. I let, Chuck and Mo, which is what I named them, out into their enclosure to see how they, interacted, if they had any, weird walking up the side. But they were able to go pretty well. So yeah, that's the fake finished fence, so that it looks like the fence is finished, but it's not. Hello everybody, and welcome to another live tour. We're going to be touring the Hammond Memorial Plaza and the T-Rex enclosure. Let's just skedaddle a bit. So, you enter under this, when dinosaurs ruled the earth. And we're first going to go this way, and we have our, T-Rex themed, gift shop. And over here, we have a bit of a restaurant over here. So, people can go eat food. And there's, the seating area. Right here, we have the first entrance. And then I want to have this, the main entrance, with, your John Hammond things. You can go here, learn about dinosaurs, learn about Jurassic Park stuff. The secondary entrance over here. And then, back here, we have our little, dinosaur, science area. So you can see how dinosaurs are made if you're, a VIP. Then, you have your, Jurassic tour with its own, miniature queue. Right here. I'm not going to go through it right now, but, it's pretty long. I'm just assuming because, at Jurassic Park, you'd assume you'd have a bunch of guests. Yeah, over there, that's, a miniature Jurassic Beach lagoon area where you can, swim around. Have a little bit of, cool off on a hot summer day. And finally, the T-Rex enclosure. Right there we have Chuck and
Tyrannosaurus rex,
Mo. Chuck and Mo.
no introduction. This illustrious theropod is one of the world's most iconic dinosaurs, and among the largest land carnivores to have ever walked the earth.
Honestly, I put a lot of effort into decorating. I think this was like the longest decorating session I had. But I think it all worked out well. And oh, I forgot to put something over here, but let's forget about that. I think it worked pretty well. Okay, so for the next few parks, I'm probably gonna work on like finishing the Jurassic Park tour thing because I'm gonna have like 2 segments. The first segment's gonna have like all the herbivores, and then I'm gonna put like another tour station so people can get off of like the scary carnivore part. Because in case you have small kids, I don't think they're gonna want to see like the T-Rex eat a goat. And then this way, I want to expand to have like an our first aviary and lagoon. Make sure to comment what you want to be in those lagoons and aviaries. I already know what's going to be in the Jurassic Park tour. I'm just going to include all the movie species. Like we're going to have Triceratops, Brachiosaurus, Parasaurolophus, Gallimimus, Stegosaurus, Corythosaurus, Mamenchisaurus, Pachycephalosaurus, Spinosaurus, Dilophosaurus, and T-Rex. The Velociraptors will have their own separate area. You know, I don't, because, you know, I want to have, like, a special Velociraptor area to encompass every single Velociraptor. Actually, I'm probably going to put them all, like, in a Dromaeosaur-like place with a Atrociraptor, Pyroraptor, Velociraptor, Utahraptor. Uh, and anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. Hope to see you guys in the next video.